It's quite humbling to be last of such a distinguished group of women, and I am honored to be honored by the Alaska Women's Hall of Fame. It's a privilege to be in the class of 2011 with so many women of achievement, many of whom have been my friends for more than 40 years, and I'd like to acknowledge all of them today. I think I could take the speeches of all of the women who were honored tonight and say that, of course, none of this could happen without a very supportive family, and my family is in the back. If they would stand, I'd my husband Aaron Wolf, my daughter Lori Wolf, and my grandson Alex Wolf, who is just come up to Alaska, and I hope he has a wonderful experience here, just as we have had. It also could not have happened without the support of so many people who were involved in the museum. There are many of you who are here tonight, and I'd also like to recognize you. Board members, designers, artists, historians, anthropologists, children who took art classes and are now grown up, and their children are now taking art classes at the museum. That is really what it's all about. I'd also like to thank my wonderful staff, some of whom are here tonight to support me, and really what I've done is just been the orchestra leader for a wonderful group of people. In the remarks about me, it said that I started in 1973, but really I started at the museum in 1968 when I arrived in Anchorage. I was a New Yorker, I was used to cultural things, and I found my home at the Anchorage Museum in 1968. I loved meeting the artists, I loved learning new things about Alaskan art. I met historians, and those people whom I met in 1968 remain my friends and colleagues throughout my career at the museum, so I would especially like to acknowledge them. When my husband and I decided to make our home in Anchorage, we were attracted by the opportunities which Alaska offered and the potential to use our talents and skills to make a difference in the place we were to call home. In New York, or New Jersey, or Maryland, as Carolyn Walforth mentioned, we could have fulfilled some of our dreams, but we felt that the communities were older and that there were many more people with similar capabilities, and I believe we would not have achieved such heights nor made such significant contributions had we not come here and made our home in Anchorage. As I mentioned, I've been involved in the Anchorage Museum, and I leave you as an elder with a few thoughts. My direction of the museum has always been to make the museum a vital place in the community, a community living room, it has been referred to, or a place where all people of all ages and ethnicities have opportunities to participate in museum programs and make the facilities their own. As the museum grew, we not only enlarged our physical presence in downtown Anchorage, but also expanded the mission to include science with the Imaginarium, which of course brought young children and the science education to the museum, and also the magnificent Alaska ethnographic collections from the Smithsonian Institution, which developed our partnership with Native people of Alaska throughout the state. These additions are really important to the museum, but I am still committed to the principle that the museum must retain effective public-private partnership that was a hallmark of its beginnings. And in order to do that, you must be involved. I urge you to visit the museum programs often, to come yourself, to bring your children and your grandchildren and your visiting friends and relatives, because our relationship with the tourism industry is very important. I urge you to contribute whatever you can to make sure that the programs you want are part of the museum's mission. And I also urge you to make your desires known to the staff and board. You are the Anchorage Museum. You are the owners and the caretakers of its collections. You are the museum's past and present and future. And to ensure the museum's continued success, your voice needs to continue to be heard. Thank you very much.